They're not gonna. And he'll always say like, I'm just doing what's right for my version. I know you're doing
No
the same for
problem.
yours. And I'm like, yeah, you're like, so like, you're not giving like it. Get you nothing. I think he didn't think we had lawyers. So like, this is kind of out there in the door. I'm like, okay, well, we'll contact our lawyers.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
Yeah, we watched one episode in Suits.
I watched the whole
Which is
series.
more than enough. Suits is a great show.
You're practicing.
I watched the whole. But
Lincoln Lawyer, also a pretty solid one.
I just finished season 2 yesterday.
just don't watch the
We
last
got a
one
ways to go,
Never
brother.
made it.
We got a lot.
JJ's locked
in a
in.
show.
That's the furthest I've ever made it.
You're not a binger.
No, I have like
Nah.
life.
I
He's
got too
got
much.
running to
I got
do.
too much
Yeah, I have
to
to
do.
talk in the morning.
You don't like watch shows and
You gotta put on the Apple headset and just go running and watch Suits at the same
Dude,
time.
I tried to set it up
I
on.
need
I
I
will
that.
actually do that. You're gonna get hit by a bus.
We tried to set it up on the Peloton, but my roommate's a cop, so he like will stay up late and but all of the guys he games with, they're all cops, so they can hear me in the background, just like cussing out some Scottish lady for passing me on the Peloton at like 2 in the morning.
Oh, did I put that in the wrong one? No, I did it right. I did it right.
I remember her name was Gil Ruth. That's the
Gil
lady's
Ruth.
name. That was her username. And I was like,
She's on his
looking
hit
up
list now, dude. Real real.
Scottish. I was looking up Scottish history because it would be like, we were just going like this.
Okay,
I
Is
would
that
take
not
these,
my
she would take
ancestry,
the lead.
like distant relatives?
Did anyone else get hail damage?
No.
My car did, and our house did.
Negative.
It was golf ball size hail for literally 30 minutes straight. Where
That's
at?
tough.
Text with the neighbors. all
Mother
balls.
truck.
Looked like I live by a golf course.
I
They literally look.
live right off 144th and 4th. Yeah.
Okay.
Do you have any streets you use different?
No, I think we're good today. Do I have enough is the question. Yeah, got just enough. I think I've got enough. We'll see as people are trickling in. There we go. Stall works perfectly. Everybody's right on time, trickles in. It's perfect. It's meant to be. Guys, good morning. Happy Wednesday. Glad you guys all made it in. Regardless of any dog related activities.
Yeah.
Things can hold you up all day long. So start this off day off right. Anybody have any wins? Anything good going on in the wonderful world of real estate?
Listing goes live tomorrow.
Listing live tomorrow.
We're listing at 300. Already do have somebody that said they're gonna write an offer.
Love that. Love that. Offers. That's it. Put it in paper or it doesn't exist. That's right. Absolutely.
Every time I say that,
It's not even real. That's right. You don't tell your clients because they're gonna be looking at you wondering where that offer went. Absolutely. So love it. Listing going live. Other wins?
It does not.
Like up and buying her for our events. You refer me her for that long. Bought them a house last year. And now she's ready to buy a house this year. So buy her place after this training.
Love it. Love it. Love it. Friend of a friend of a friend of a sister. All coming back just because somebody believes in our one of our core values called relationships over transactions. Man, you build those relationships. These people come back, then they bring you their friends and then their brother and sister. And then they come back to you a second time to sell that one and buy the next one. And before you know it, you're at 5 to 10 deals over the life of your career, just off of the relationships. Love it. And you were born with this relationship. That's exciting. Yeah, sister. That was great. You didn't even have to work hard for that one. Sweet. Love it. Well, I know you guys noticed we've got a new face in the room. So welcome. We are excited to have you here. Really quick, would love for you to just share with us your first and last name, where you consider your hometown, and let's say the best movie you've seen this year. This year.
Oh, wow. Okay, well, kind of for everybody, my name is Jaden. I'm from Berkshire Hathaway. My hometown is Honolulu, Hawaii. And so I moved here. After college.
Everyone's thinking the same thing.
100%.
But my family is starting to consider Las Vegas their new home, so I'm
Ah.
slowly migrating there. I just watched Contagion. It's like a kind of like a disease type of movie.
Ah.
So yeah, just watched it last week. It was really good.
And that's the one. All right. Dig it. Well, welcome. Welcome. Glad you're here. We're gonna have you jump right in. So you guys help me make Jaden feel welcome as we're diving into activities today. All right. So just a quick recap. This week we're talking all about objections. The objections that you're gonna get as you are out there selling real estate. Okay. In front of you, all you guys should have a copy of this. If you don't, just let us know. We'll make sure we get you one. We've got a couple extra copies up here. But these are the 9 most common real estate objections. These are the things that people are going to tell you in order to avoid doing business with you. Okay. You've inevitably seen 1 or 2 of these. And if you haven't, man, just keep talking to people. I promise you, it's going to come up at some point. And so the 2 things we talked about this week, Monday, we talked about belief. We talked about your belief in your ability to overcome these objections is what will actually make most of these objections never show up in your life. Okay, the better you get at this, the more confident you are in handling these objections, the less you're going to see them. But for some reason, when you walk into an appointment and in the back of your mind, you're like, I hope they don't ask me about commission. I hope they don't ask me about commission. I hope they don't ask me about commission. What's the first thing they want to ask you about? Hey, will you do it for less than the Redfin agents?
No.
Please. Please, will you? No. You've got to be able to handle these in real time all the time, because when you have that confidence, for whatever reason, your clients don't feel the need to ask you about the only question that you don't want to get during this appointment or during that phone call. Okay. So today, what I want you to do is I want you to get with a partner, and what we're going to do is we're just going to practice this. I want you to go back and forth 2 or 3 times, and I'm going to give you a couple of these that are probably very, very relevant to you guys as real estate agents, especially those of you guys who are doing open houses, especially those of you guys who are looking to do more business in 2024. There's a couple of these that you're probably going to see more than others, specifically because of the way that we teach you guys to find more business. Okay. So we'd love for you to just find a partner. And the first one of these real estate objections we're going to work on. The first one we're going to work on is number 4. Okay. Number 4, this is one you're going to see quite a bit. And really, really quick, for those of you guys who weren't here yesterday, I want to make sure I teach you guys how to use this script and exactly what you're going to see in here. Okay. So on this script, you'll see in bold, the bold print, this is exactly what your clients are going to tell you. These are the objections that your clients are going to tell you. Okay. What we talked about yesterday is this little 4-step process, which is really understanding how you respond to objections. There are no magic words that you're going to say that are going to instantly change people's belief system in the course of 1 to 2 minutes. But what you can do is you can respond very intelligently and very strategically in order to help align yourselves with these people and what they're actually trying to do. Okay. So in bold is what they're going to tell you. Right next to the bold is what they are actually trying to tell you. Because when people object to you, all they're really trying to say is right now, you and I have a misalignment of values. They don't quite know how to communicate that to you, so they do it the best way they can, which is please leave me alone. And they give you please leave me alone in the form of one of these bold objections. So when somebody tells you, I have a friend in the business, the misaligned value that you guys are not quite aligned on yet is simply that they're trying to tell you, I want to work with somebody that I know and trust. Now, if you happen to be the person that they know and trust, could you end up becoming their real estate agent? Yes or yes?
Yeah.
Absolutely. I agree. So the first thing you must understand is when people object to you, there's just a misalignment of values. If you guys can get in alignment, there's an opportunity for you guys to work together. Okay. The second or the other 3 things up here are the actual techniques that you'll see in each one of these responses, which is an agreeable acknowledgement. An agreeable acknowledgement, just you'll see it in a number of places, which is, I can appreciate that. Makes sense. I understand. I hear you. Got it. No problem. Okay. An agreeable acknowledgement just says, I hear what you are saying and I am, I take what you're saying as valuable information. Okay. So agreeable acknowledgement. Then you're going to use what we call tactical or strategic empathy. And you are just going to let them know what it would be like for you to be in their shoes, to sit in their point of view, to look at this situation through their eyes, through their lens. Because just by showing people that you understand, you immediately lower that resistance that you're getting. Okay, this is why Stephen Covey in the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People says you must first seek to understand, then to be understood, which is exactly what we're doing here. Okay, seek to understand. And you'll see in here, it says something like, it sounds like you want to make sure you do this. If I were you, I would see it the same way. Okay, you'll see a couple of these. You'll get a chance to try out a couple of these ones. Okay, and then number 4, the last thing that we're going to do is you're going to ask an unbelievably reasonable question. Okay, you'll learn that one of the ways in which we get people to say yes to us more often is to just ask things that are completely reasonable, that make perfect sense. That's not asking for a ton of commitment. We are just in alignment now, and then we're going to ask for something that's very easy to say yes to, which is you want some more information so that you can make a better decision. Who doesn't want to make a better decision? Okay, not asking you to commit to anything. I'm asking you to get the information so that then you can make a better decision. All right. So you're gonna do these 4 things and you're gonna do these with a partner. So what I need for you to do now, find a partner and we're gonna practice number 4 with your partner first. Your partner's gonna give you the objection and you're just gonna use the script right here in front of you. And you're just gonna use it word for word as closely as you can to model it so that you can practice these techniques and hear how it sounds to deliver the response to an objection. All right, find yourself a partner. Let's do this.
I got
See if you can still find a point. Stolen. It was meant to be. Locked in. I'm ready. We'll come to you for the bare. Get about your worries and your strife. Is Eric on the outside looking in, or is Eric taking Ben? Eric's kicking Ben out. Ben's taking Mason. Love it.
We have a tournament. No, I certainly can't get like that.
It happens. Well, I was the other day,
Okay. I was in yesterday, so I just wanted to try to.
Oh, yeah, it was awesome.
Jeremiah's right, that's my personal assistant. Jeremiah is actually more of my boss than he's always like, you doing your job?
There you go.
So this is gonna be very easy today.
Let's put it on the list, or you want to?
We're just gonna.
Do number 4. We're just gonna work on number 4, and then I'm gonna switch you guys up in a second. Start with number 4.
So I would say, I want to have a friend in the business.
Yep, that's it.
And I'm just gonna read through these as we're going, right? So it's very easy when you get into these scripts to try and change it, make it sound like you. And emphasize and how important it is to read them all. Because we understand why we say this is. What kind of responses are gonna get, and you can perceive it, right? We're not gonna say we memorize it first and understand why we're doing what today before we try to do it.
It was meant to be.
Yeah, so put the start there, it'll be the client or making the product, whatever, the buyer, and I'll read through it. I'm really happy that you're using
Sure.
Yeah. I never thought you would. Well, Jay, why don't we sit together one day? That's cool. Yeah, actually, like.
It's actually the second time.
Ever.
Second time. But you know why I haven't used it? Because Taylor took it and has used it religiously every day since the day I got it.
And I think people these days know at least one verse, right?
It like,
And Jamie, it sounds like someone
it's not the last thing they are, sure.
for somebody to trust. So chances are you end up doing this with a friend. So why don't we do this? We can still get together one day a week, so you can see what other top agents still have. And at that point, you can at least know all your options before you decide to make any decisions. Does that sound right?
I think so.
This is actually. Where did we post that at?
That was
What's that? What about it?
So. I think you posted it around.
Today at 5:30.
I was just gonna. Then I was like sitting there, I was like, tomorrow it's like harder.
Pretty much something like that. Pretty much.
I'll show you.
Okay.
You were gonna make a new ad.
Yeah, so that's
It's busy.
great question.
That's the rookie move. Those I found out. The rookie move is you make a new ad every single time. You don't make a new ad. If you go to the same campaign that's already running, you can add your creative to that.
Was just that my radio? That's why I scheduled it. We do have to.
Pretty much, yeah.
Like,
You know,
Yeah, so you were on a different meeting. You're on the only.
Yeah, you're not on it.
Yeah, because I mean, like, that's kind of what, you know, like, after I ran through these.
Yeah, it's only not, so like you said, it's on the stove.
Yeah, so I decided to let them go on a different direction, no, but I think it's cheaper.
You're not in that. Well, you can search on it.
Yeah, I wanted to get you,
You don't have it there. You just don't have it.
Yeah,
You wanna
which is
go?
what I figured.
Yeah.
Right, not a big deal, but that is for sure, because what I made was super simple.
Yeah. What'd you change? What was
Just have it slide in and slide it. Just have it.
Would there be, you know,
Simple, that's great.
Yeah, I mean, dude, I appreciate you,
Video, all this. Digitally do this?
Everybody these days knows.
And you would never know.
I would, but I don't think anybody, yeah, nobody else would.
Well, like, it looks, it actually looks better than what because I did it with both of them. So
Why don't we do this? Why don't we get together possibly
Unfortunately.
for one day? One other copy.
what I was thinking about doing for the creative, I'll have it to where comments and rooms, have it to where the people phone stays the same.
Yeah.
People know make numbers, take a video, and then just think of these awesome. You know, I feel like that's pretty specific.
Yeah, that creative it's working really well. I don't know if you saw the numbers, but we had a 5% click-through rate, or I put it in the, did I put it in the chat? Maybe I didn't. Anyway,
I think you said we have a good.
we got a 5% click-through rate. One is like really good. So if we have 5, we're like 5x better than like everybody else. So that means our targeting is really good. We're hitting the right people. And that creative is enough to at least interest people. So I like the idea of making small tweaks to it just to see, just so we don't like completely destroy our results.
What the people.
Yeah, what people are responding to.
When you ship with great people.
Right, that's everyone's busy, right, so. You know, so yeah, that's something I would throw in there.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, really quick. Was anybody able to at least get an opportunity to interview for the position of I'll be your new friend in the business? Anybody able to interview for that opportunity? Yeah, give yourself a chance at this. Okay, you're gonna see this in a number of places. This works on sellers, this works with buyers, this is over the phone, this is at open houses, this is at the bar, this is at the graduation party. Everywhere you have this conversation, this could be an opportunity for you. If you can just be aligned as somebody that they know and trust. Yes, love it. Okay, I want you to work on a different one right now. I'm gonna push you to number 8. Okay, number 8. This is one of the easiest ones for we as real estate agents to back down from. Somebody tells you this one and you let people off the hook left and right. You're like, all right, thanks, see you later, have a good day. Okay, I want you to, this is the opportunity where when you're under stress and pressure, a lot of people, they try to run. But to give our football analogy, we've given this before. What I want you to do is I want you to stay in the pocket. Okay, I want you to stay in the pocket. Because what happens in football is, if you guys have ever seen half of a football game, you see the quarterback and you see a whole bunch of 300-pound guys running around the sides trying to get after him. Okay, and when you bail out, when you try to run, you run outside of your protection, and all the scary things in life can come and tackle you. Yes? But what they teach quarterbacks to do is, in order to give yourself an opportunity to actually make a play, to help somebody, to actually deliver for your team, you have to step up. You have to step into the protection. You have to step into this conversation, and you have to step into, we want to think over it, or we want to think it over and get back to you. You need to step into that conversation instead of trying to run from it, because it will give you more time and actually allow you to make a play or make an opportunity. Okay, so stay in the pocket. Number 8 is what I want you to practice with your partner. All right, back to practice. Let's do it.
Yeah, so touch on, yeah, this one is super common. But yeah, so we do like.
That's the, your text is what I call the identifier.
So you want those, and then I get.
Yeah, 1% click through is like an average of what they were telling me. I saw like 4 or 5 other people's ads and they were like much less. They were like 0.8, 0.5.
Really?
Yeah. But they were going, which means either they didn't get a broad audience or their creative sucks.
Thing is, everybody's, well, Ben's was like, oh, I've been seeing. I called Kate yesterday.
Perfect.
And he's seeing them everywhere.
And I was like, so I have Nate's sister, she's in the UK. She does
Okay.
like
Pretty much to a T, like, yeah.
So she's like, giving me tips, and I was like, well,
But
but
I'm down if you got something for me.
Yeah, if you have something that I don't think she was like, yeah.
Financially, we just wanna make sure, well, they're the right.
Yeah. Have you consulted, with anybody else.
Like I could see very clear of like, yeah.
Making the big system.
Do that.
But just her mom. Just her mom.
Okay.
Her mom, so, yeah. Which honestly, in my opinion, if it was up to me, we wouldn't have opened that door, but. Yeah.
Hey, the mother-in-law, you know.
Yep. 100%, yeah. Oh, she was too.
Yeah.
Well, let me tell you this, would it be possible, for us to possibly later on this week?
But that right away.
Talk to me, to see that inside perspective of what that is gonna look like in the future.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let me stop you for just a second. Is anybody starting to notice that the objection that people are giving you isn't really what they're trying to tell you? Is anybody starting to notice that in your conversation? Yeah, people have all kinds of other reasons underneath I want to pay less, or is anybody, like, if you get this weekend, we want to think it over and get back to you. Does anybody feel a little more prepared to like handle this conversation? Yeah, doing good. Okay, cool. Let me give you I think we got time for two more. This is one I want to give you. This is one on your paper. It shows up in the context of having conversations over the phone. But I want you to imagine having this conversation in an open house. Because the reality is you're probably going to have a conversation similar to this in an open house. And I want you to go with number 5 today. Number 5, people who walk into open houses specifically because this is how they think you look at houses. They don't think they need real estate agents, right? I can just make a call or keep clicking the show me a house button on Zillow, and I'll get into the houses eventually. I don't really need an agent. I can figure all this out on my own. Okay. So I want you to deal with number 5. Somebody says, nah, I don't really want to work with an agent. All right. So number 5 in the context of an open house. All right. I'll let you go back to it.
I don't really. I get this
Yeah, and open house is hard.
What's that?
But I did it.
You know,
After started.
The people that are watching.
People I knew that.
Sweet.
Don't really.
I thought it was gonna be younger.
It ain't.
At least right now.
Younger people are like, that's boring. Moving on.
So I can understand.
Barely. I don't know.
Side note, I'm about to drop that.
Why don't we just get together?
Yeah,
There's
Okay.
value that I can share.
You're feeling
At least then, yeah.
Great.
Thanks for that.
There's gonna be a few of them that do. It'd be great. You need that.
In this market.
You need that.
I'm excited. Looks good. Have such a clear vision of what I need.
Yeah, I mean, that was great.
That's gonna be like 2 hours to get it to me like.
So, I just want to representing myself.
Wow, really? Make something from nothing, so-
I wonder what
Decision on your
I
own.
totally understand. And this is, you probably won't even need an agent.
I can sell that.
I mean, if for some reason you're not able to.
I was thinking of Moses' video where he talks about introducing yourself every time.
But,
We don't do that.
No.
You remember when he used to do that?
Yeah. It inspired
Dig that. Dig that.
It'll be.
What's the first one? It's not the first time. Shout out to Big Sean right there. All right, ladies and gentlemen. If you really, really, really want to master the skill of responding to objections, I really want you to take number 3 home and study it. Okay, because it's just the epitome of all these skills that we've been talking about. Not just this week, but over the last couple of weeks. So we talk about in number 3, it makes sense, agreeable acknowledgement, strategic empathy. I can see why that might make a lot of sense. And then we're going to double down on the empathy with a question. But a lot of you guys didn't know this. You can use questions in order to really get in alignment with somebody and make it very clear that you are trying to get in alignment with them. When you say something like, what specifically is causing that? Okay, really taking the time to understand somebody can lower all the defenses. And now we're going to hop over this little fence together. Okay, and then number 3, last but not least, an unbelievably reasonable. This is like every unbelievably reasonable skill that we have in our arsenal. You've probably heard all these. So if you were here last week, we talked about removing the threat, lowering the fear of people saying yes to you. Let's not agree to do anything. Well, I'll say yes to that if we don't have to agree to do anything. Let's not agree to do anything. Okay, you got a lot of non-threatening language in there. And then you've got a close that allows people to say no in order to say yes. Because you're not going to do anything unless it makes sense, right, Mason?
Right.
Of course not. No, you're not going to do anything unless it makes sense. Okay, it's very easy for people to say yes to you by saying no. Okay, so if you want to get really, really good at overcoming objections, study number 3, understand all the techniques that are in there, and it will make you a master. When people try to say no to you, to work with you, you'll give yourself an opportunity to stay in the pocket, stay in the game, and make a play for your team. All right. As we wrap up today, I just want to remind you how imperative it is that you take time every single day to go find business. Okay, one of the things that we get caught up doing too much in real estate is we get caught up managing our transactions or trying to check in with clients that we're already working with, and yet we're not taking the time to build that future business. Because the reality is all the business that you're going to get comes in 90-day cycles. So if you're getting business next month, it's not because of what you did today. It's because of what you already did 2 months ago. One of the reasons why The Slight Edge, the absolute best book that I know of on a deep personal level, maybe I'm a little biased, but one of the things they teach in that book is that by the time the results show up, all of the work, all of it is already done. And it was done a long time ago. Okay, so that's why you've got to make sure you take care of business today. So in the future, you can say, thank you so much for giving me those opportunities. Past Ben, appreciate you. All right, so thank you guys for being here. Make sure you take advantage of the next couple hours. If you need anything from us, we'll be around all morning long. And if you're wrapping up month 2, stick around. We'll be right here. All right, thanks for being here, guys. See ya.